Westfield Middle School. This is Zachary Clipp reporting from the Cloverfield News Studio. Cloverfield News is a video news magazine for Westfield Middle School.
And I am Talia Edwards. We cover news from the city of Westfield and WMS. Our video reports include the Battle of the Band event at Westfield High School, how a local business is contributing to the community just north of us. We will learn about the life of a man who built Indy race cars all his life. And finally, go ape ziplining because I cannot wait for this spring.
Let's get started. First, it is Super Bowl time. Last year's Super Bowl champions were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We are still down to 4 teams in the running. This weekend, the Kansas City Chiefs will play the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Los Angeles Rams will play the San Francisco 49ers. I wonder who will win this year. Which team do you think will win?
Excuse me, who do you think will win the 2022 Super Bowl?
The Bengals!
Okay, thanks.
Bengals all the way. Bengals, baby. Let's go, Tigers. Or wait, is that them? Is that the Bengals?
To ask you a question,
Yeah.
who do you think will win the 2022 Super Bowl?
The Green Bay Packers.
Who do you think will win?
The Rams. The Rams.
Thank you.
The Bengals.
Who are the options? Who do you think will win the 2022 Super Bowl?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay,
The Colts.
they're out of it too.
The Patriots.
The Rams.
I agree. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Okay, thank you.
Rams are gonna win the Super Bowl. Let's go, Rams. I don't know.
Hi.
Who do you think also?
Not me.
No, wait. Can I answer? Hey.
Am I going? Okay, I think the Lions are going to win.
You think I know football? I don't know. I love Ohio. That's not. Oh, I was gonna say Ohio State, but that's not even a college.
College.
That's college.
Bengals. It could be. I don't know. If it ends the Green Bay Packers, they already lost. So.
Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
The Bengals.
Whoa! The Bengals!
This year's Super Bowl will be held on February 13th, 2022 at SoFi Stadium in California. The game is scheduled to kick off at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Every year, millions of football fans gather around the world to view the championship game of the National Football League. Many traditions come along with this event. One of these traditions is cool commercials. Super Bowl advertisements have become heavily valued tradition over the years, beginning with the very first Super Bowl in 1967. Super Bowl ads are extremely expensive. As of 2020, a 30-second Super Bowl ad costs $5.6 million. Another valued tradition is the Super Bowl food. The Super Bowl is the second largest eating day of the year. Foods traditionally eaten around Super Bowl Sunday are chicken wings, chips, and guacamole. 14,500 tons of chips are consumed on Super Bowl Sunday, and 8 million pounds of guacamole go along with it. According to the National Chicken Council, Americans consume more than 100 million pounds of chicken wings on Super Bowl Sunday alone. This year's halftime show, another highly popular Super Bowl tradition, will be performed by Dr. Dre, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, and Mary J. Blige.
So, what do you watch the game for? The game, the food, the parties, or the commercials?
For me, it's the commercials and the halftime show. Speaking of shows, I think the WMS musical is coming up in March.
Actually, we're having to change the date because of conflict here in the building on March 12th. We will be announcing those updates next week on the regular WMS announcements. Last fall, Westfield High School had a great show. They sponsored Battle of the Bands. Aaron Miles reports.
bands participated in Westfield High School's Battle of the Bands on December 2nd.
It's quite a funny story of how we formed. Jack, for his birthday about 3 or 4 years ago, he got a keyboard, and he messaged me and he was like, "Jake, you should totally get a guitar and we should start a Queen cover band." And that's where it started. And from there we recruited Luca, who's our drummer, and while he's not the most talkative of the bunch, he's definitely the most spirited. And then a few months ago in our rock band class, we met Gavin. We didn't meet him, well, we'd already known him, but we started talking to Gavin after we realized that he had mutual interest with us, and then we added him to the band as our bassist.
They played to raise money for Riley Children's Hospitals. Every band sang one song, and in between each song, people from the crowd got called up to play games.
Watching people come together through music is really cool, especially if you know them and they're good at it. Watching audience participation is really fun, and it's even better knowing it's for a good cause.
Mr. Scott spoke about his experience with Riley and how they helped him and his daughter Jillian. People donated to their favorite bands by using the QR codes on the projector, which determined the winner of the battle.
Now, what you have all been waiting for, the winner of Battle of the Bands 2021 is Late for Dinner!
In total, they raised over $4,000 for the hospital.
I encourage you all to keep doing what you're doing. And remember, every dollar you raise is for the kids. Thank you. Working the carnival, beauty of theater, when the sun comes shining through.
Sounds awesome. I believe the middle school is planning something this spring to raise money for Riley Hospital. We had an amazing event before COVID struck. They had to scale it back and cancel many activities last year. We hope we will bring you a report on the regular WMS announced plan in upcoming episodes.
The Westfield community reaches out with fundraising for Riley, gets together to have fun and to play basketball. And a local tree business, Titus Tree Farm, helps the community celebrate Christmas. Our next report is from Sarah Schramm.
Over the years, the Titus Tree Farm has become increasingly popular in the small town of Cicero, Indiana. The owners, Cheryl and Jeff Titus, prepare over 75-plus trees for their busiest selling season of the year, Christmas. Preparing this amount of trees takes a lot of manual labor.
About 41 is what I put in, plus Cheryl and I work a full-time job. So she'll say she works 40. I'm going to say I work 41.
There's a lot of intense physical labor that's involved with doing the farm. Some problems that we had doing the tree business was it was a much greater investment of time than what we thought. So we had to rely on our family and friends to help out. And also the financial investment was much greater. We had to buy trucks to transplant them, trailers. And then also going and buying our own tree spade to dig it. So those were some obstacles that we overcome.
On December 4th, 2021, the Tituses donated a Christmas tree to the small town of Atlanta. The citizens of Atlanta celebrated the Christmas season with the lighting of the tree.
Oh, we've got a lot of good memories. I mean, just the family coming out, and Sarah coming out and riding the quad from when she was 4 years old. So we've got a lot of family memories.
At the tree lighting ceremony, Fred Farley, dressed as Santa Claus, showed up to hear the children's wishes and to give out candy canes. The Atlanta town clerk, Jennifer Farley, ended the night with a toast of hot cocoa and Christmas carols.
Some of the good memories are that we've also been able to contribute to the Hamilton Heights football team. We had some people come out and work for us there that was able to buy them equipment. So we try to look for community things that we can do within the school to create those fond memories.
Well, winter is in full swing. I hate winter in Indiana.
It was fun to see Santa riding on a motorcycle.
You may have noticed that our anchors have changed. I'm Sophie Barrett.
Winter in Indy is cold and dark, but after a year of shutdown, the movie theaters are back open, and they have some good shows to watch.
Zach Klipp and Jet Foster reports.
First off, Spider-Man No Way Home is the newest of the MCU Spider-Man movies. Rotten Tomatoes scored it with a 93% and a 98% audience score. Fun fact, Spider-Man No Way Home has the same score as the original Spider-Man 2 starring Tobey Maguire, aka the best Spider-Man. So far, Spider-Man No Way Home has made $1.16 billion. Wow. Well, our opinion here at Cloverfield News is that we thought it was a great movie, but do the people of the school agree with us? We think so. Next movie on the list is Sing 2. It's the sequel to Sing from almost 5 years ago now. Illumination is at it again. Sing 2 has gotten a 69 Rotten Tomatoes score and a 98% audience score. This one is mostly for the little kids, but you might enjoy it too. So, what do we think of it here at Cloverfield News? Well, we think it's mediocre. Sing 2 is okay and has a bit more pop than the original, but we really did not need another Sing. Now let's look into the future with Pixar's upcoming movie, Lightyear. It doesn't look like Lightyear will be on the same level as Toy Story. It seems a bit more mature and is actually Pixar's first ever PG-13 movie. It will be based on Buzz's backstory, and that's about all we know about it. Well, to infinity and beyond, we'll see you next time.
Zach and Jet for that report. This gives me some things to do over the winter. Our next two reports look forward to the spring. First, Kelsey Barrows visited Go Ape Zipline. She reports.
Go Ape is an extraordinary adventurous experience for everyone. Go Ape has multiple treetop adventure courses located all around the world. The park has two main courses, the Treetop Journey and the Treetop Adventure.
I think I actually enjoyed the ropes course more so than the zip lines. The zip lines were fun, but they were kind of all the same. But the ropes course, because you had to think about it, you were kind of stuck there for a long time. And it was just, I think, just in the variety of the different courses and things, I think made it a lot more interesting.
The Treetop Adventure is meant more for thrill seekers as it is a ropes course ending with a Tarzan swing.
Well, my favorite part, it was probably the part that scared me the most, and that was that, I don't know, like you had to be dropped and then it would swing out. And even though I screamed and yelled and all that, I think that was my most memorable part.
The second course, the Treetop Journey, is a series of zip lines that any age can go on. The adventure thrilling courses never fail to put smiles on kids' faces. The courses are a perfect opportunity to help people get over their fears.
I think that it's enjoyable for younger kids and older people. Like, it's not so terribly hard that, you know, people who aren't in shape can't do it. And I think it's not as terribly scary, so younger people wouldn't want to do it. So I think that it's really for all ages.
Workers at Go Ape are known for successfully helping you to get through the course if there is a part that you are too scared to walk alone. However, once you've finished, you have a big feeling of accomplishment that you will never forget.
That looks like fun. Go Ape of Indianapolis is closed for the season, but will reopen in late March, just in time for spring break. They are open mostly on weekends until after Memorial Day, when they are open daily for the summer. There's also another ropes course here in Hamilton County. Katiwi Park in Noblesville will reopen in May after Labor Day.
Also, this spring is the Indy 500. Cade Defendis brings us our next report on the life of one of the race car designers. Maybe someone wants to build race cars for a living. It would be exciting and very challenging. Project Lead the Way, anyone?
Ray Nichols is a famed IndyCar mechanic who has worked on and designed many cars in his lifetime. Dan Gobert, who has spent his entire childhood around Ray Nichols, talked about the iconic Pontiac that broke the Firestone closed course speed record at 182.554 miles per hour.
My favorite car was the number 50 Pontiac Tempest. It was a late idea that Pontiac, they commissioned Ray to build the car, and they wanted to challenge all of the best sport cars of the day.
He has worked on cars that broke the speed record in 1994 and won the Indy 500 with AJ Foyt, and has even built a car in his basement with Paul Russo.
And he assembled the whole entire car down in the basement, took it all apart, then drove it down to Indianapolis. They had no money whatsoever. They entered it into the race.
The race was ran in February 1963, and it was a 250-mile race against the Corvettes, Mercedes, Porsches, all the finest, best race cars of the day. And they beat everybody. They beat the entire field by over 5 miles, with AJ Foyt coming in second.
Wow, I have a whole new appreciation for how Indy cars are made. Interesting look back on Indy cars. We all have spring to look forward to. I hope you have enjoyed this edition of Cloverfield News. To recap, we are all prepared to watch the Super Bowl on February 13th.
We have some movies to go watch while the weather is still cold.
We heard about Battle of the Bands event at Westfield High School and a local tree farm here in Cicero.
We have 2 things we might want to do this spring: zip lining and all the Indy 500 activities.
That is all for this episode of Cloverfield News. We will be back in March with another episode. Until then, you can find all of the WMS student work and past episodes of Cloverfield News on the WMS social YouTube channel.
Thanks to all the technical and writing crew that made this episode possible. Until March, this is Cloverfield News, reminding you it's a great day to be a Shamrock.